Howdy, howdy, howdy. Well, this is one of my new ones behind me here. Been working on it for a while. And this is one that I've really struggled with. I really didn't like it. It was just not working for me. And today I kind of just said, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to throw some paint on it and see what happens. So I threw it up on my wall here and I just kind of went to it, and now I'm starting to like it again. And I find that, I think I've gone over this before, but I find that kind of happens quite a bit with my work, that I'll get to a stage with the painting that I just really don't like it at all, and it's just not working for me, and I'm frustrated with it. And I usually set it aside and kind of just put it down and just kind of call it, and then I'll come back later and start working on it again. And I'll just work a little bit, just a little bit here and there, and then it kind of starts pulling back, and all of a sudden it starts working for me, and I really start to enjoy it again. And so this one I'm starting to enjoy again. Yeah, so it's working out for me. You can see I'm starting to get ready to go home, and it's not, I don't know, I've put a good day in the studio here. I've worked on 3 or 4 paintings, but one of my struggles with having studio time and being in the studio is being away from my family. And for me, it's kind of ingrained in me quite a bit that I don't know, I have this obligation to be home, that I need to be there for them. I need to be able to take care of them. I need to be present. I need to be available. So after a few hours in the studio, I start to feel guilty for being here. I start to feel like I am failing my family, like I'm letting them down, that I should really be home. But I know they're all busy. I know they're all doing stuff. There's no reason for me to feel that way. It's just completely internal. It has nothing to do with them. It just has to do with me, and it just has to do with where my mind is and where my heart is. And it's just like, I want to be in the studio. But after a few hours of being here, all of a sudden, I just start feeling this guilt, and I start feeling this, I'm neglecting my family or something. And I know that's not the case. I know I'm not neglecting anybody. I'm attentive. I'm there for them, and I'm giving and all that and stuff. And so that's really wrong for me to feel that way. It's detrimental to my own mental health. It's detrimental to my own well-being to have that kind of guilt and shame for being away for a few hours. There's no reason I should feel that way. No reason at all. It's not like I'm missing something. I'm not like choosing my studio over them. They're busy. They're doing their own lives. They're doing their own thing. But after a few hours, it just starts to settle in that, hey, you should be doing something else. You shouldn't be here. You should be at home. You should be taking care of your family. You should be, available for them. And I don't know. It's not healthy. I know it's not. And I need to spend time in my studio, but I need to feel that it's okay to be here. And I don't know. Other people, I'm sure, have these struggles as well. They feel split. They feel like maybe this is selfish, or this is just me, or something. But it's not that way. I mean, if you really want to succeed as an artist, you have to be honest and open and giving to your artwork and to your community, for sure. But to yourself as well. You really do. You really have to be committed to yourself. And that's a difficult thing to do. You can't feel shame. You can't feel guilt. You have to feel present. You have to feel appreciative. You have to feel gratitude and thanksgiving. You have to feel like the studio is where you want to be. And you have to work through those emotions, and if they're weighing you down, if they're pulling you away, you have to come to that. You have to really work into it and say, why do I feel this way? What's going on here? Why is this happening? Why am I feeling this way? And for me, there's no real reason to feel this way. There's really not. My family's home, but my wife's working, my kids are busy, they have their own lives. It's not like they're waiting around for me to get home, and so I shouldn't feel any kind of guilt or shame. So that's definitely something that's coming from within me, and it's not connected to anything out there in the real world. It's just something deep inside here is being triggered, and I gotta figure out why. and I gotta deal with that, and I gotta work through it, so that way I'm clear and I'm present, and I can be in my studio for the length of time I need to be in my studio to accomplish the things I need to accomplish. And if I can't work through those things, um, and can't find some kind of balance there, then something's gonna crack, and it's probably gonna be me, you know, because my family's fine. They're fine. It's just, I don't know. It's just so weird to contemplate this, you know, and something I've been struggling with since I moved into the studio space, and I've been in here since last September. So you know, it's been quite a few months, and I get in here at least once a week, and I really want to get in here, you know, every single day. I work a job right now, so I'm not able to get in here every day, but that's all going to shift soon, and I'm going to have a lot more time to get into my studio space, which is exactly what I want out of life, which is where I want to go with my life. That's the direction I want to head. But I have all these resistances to it, and I have to work through those resistances, you know. And I think a lot of artists feel the same way. They feel like they have there's this resistance within them to getting into the studio and finding their own space and finding their own time. And as an artist, it's important to work through those things. I mean, we can't neglect our lives. We can't neglect our relationships. We can't neglect our responsibilities. We have to be present for those things. But life is big. There's plenty of time to accomplish the other things we want to accomplish in life. We don't have to sacrifice one for the other. Okay, we really don't. I believe that we can accomplish all that we want to accomplish. I mean, you have to be diligent, and you have to be faithful, and you have to be present, and you have to be productive in all areas of your life. And you can't ignore one or neglect one, you know. So when I'm in the studio, I need to be in my studio, and I need to be okay being here. But if I'm all racked up here with shame and guilt, or you know, talking down to myself about how I'm wasting my time and I'm neglecting my family, then I'm not productive while I'm here. I'm stewing, and it's a mind game, you know. What I need to be able to do is just take all that out, just set it aside and say, you know what, not today, not now. This is studio time. This is important time. This is my time to be here now, and I need to take hold of that for as long as I need to, as long as I can, you know. And there's going to be a time where I do have to put my brushes away, and I do have to leave, and I have to go home. But when that time comes, that's fine. I haven't neglected anybody all day. I haven't been absent from my family, you know, and I don't know why I have those thoughts. And so I need to recondition my thinking so I don't have those thoughts, and know that it's okay to be here. And so as an artist, realize it's okay to be in your studio. It's okay to be present with your work. It's okay to give yourself to your work. Those things are good. You know, that's how you're going to make real artwork, authentic artwork, profound, thoughtful artwork. It's not going to be, it's you know, you have to work through these things. And so I'm working through my own things. I'm struggling with my own things, trying to push myself through it, you know, and talking it out on camera is I think is helpful. But I've talked it out with my wife, and she's great. She's great. She's very understanding, and she's very giving, and she's a great woman to talk to, and she gets it. She understands, you know, and she's like, we're fine here. You don't need to be home for any reason. She's working. She's got clients. She's busy all day, and so she doesn't need me there for anything. And so if I'm there, I'm just sitting around doing nothing, waiting for them to be done with whatever they're doing to come pay attention to me. And it's like, well, wait a minute, that's backwards. I should be in my studio enjoying my time while they're enjoying their own time, doing their own lives, you know. And then we all come together at the end of the day and have a great time together. But if I'm spending my day just stewing, if I'm home and nobody's around, or if I'm in my studio and thinking about that I should be home instead of working, then it's counterproductive. So this is probably an issue that's going to be continuing in my life. I'm going to have to keep working on it time and time again, and that's okay. I'll keep working on it. I will. It's just, you know, I just want to put it out there to all the other artists and other people who spend time pursuing their passions. You know, I know there's workaholics out there that probably need to hear the opposite of this, but I think for artists, especially artists who are struggling, they're struggling to find time to get in their studio because they feel like they have a life they have to be living. It's okay to be in your studio. It's a good place to be. It's the right place to be. It's edifying for you. It fills you up. It gets you ready. So that way when you are out there with your friends and your family or your work or whatever it else is that you're going to be doing, you are fulfilled and happy and you can be attentive while you're there. But if you're just there thinking about, I want to be in my studio, and you're in your studio thinking, oh, I shouldn't be here, I should be out at home, then all of it is going to be a wash, and it's all going to be counterproductive, and it's all going to be detrimental to you as an artist and you as a person. So you have to come to grips with that. And that's what I'm working on. That's what 2021 is about so far. And actually the end of, since I started in my new studio space here, before I had a studio in the home, and that was probably part of it, is I was home a lot, and so I was present. Wasn't productive though, because I could get pulled away too easy. I could get, my family would come home and I'd go see what they're doing, and my kid would be like, Dad, I need your help, so I'd go help them, instead of being in my studio being productive as an artist. And as an artist, you really need that creative space. That's why you have a studio, but you also need that creative time where there's not really a limit, because you have a process you have to work through, and you need that time and space to be able to do it. And you can't say like, oh, I've only got 45 minutes, or I got 3 hours. You gotta be like, no, I've got today, and I've got tomorrow, and I've got the next day, and I've got the whole week. I've got whatever time I need to get into that time and into that space to really get into that depth of who you are, so you can put it out there for the world to see. Because it's important, so other people can see your work and appreciate it, but also find their own meaning and their own truth in it, which then helps open them up to become a better person. And it's a whole big thing. So as I'm exploring my work, and as I'm turning a painting that I hate into something that I can endure and keep working on until I love it, and then let it go, so I am with my studio time and studio space, working on myself, trying to overcome this guilt and shame, and try to overcome this sense of obligation to be places I don't need to be, so that way I can be present here. So I hope that resonates with somebody. I think it probably will. I think a lot of us struggle with that kind of thing. So pick up your brush, pick up your pencil, pick up your inks, pick up your clay, spend some time creating, and just enjoy it. Take it easy.